guys, welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to be telling you guys a story about how I lost my memory and why my memory is so bad, because I think over the years this incident happened like how many years ago did this happen? This this incident happened 2020, probably in like 2015. I feel like this incident happened in 2015, so maybe like 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. I don't know. Okay, 6 or 7. You see my memory? 6 or 7 years ago is when I'm going to say this incident happened, because I was either a sophomore or a junior in high school. I cannot remember which one exactly, but I was a sophomore or a junior. So it's either in 2014 or 2015 that this happened. So yeah, I'm going to be telling you guys how I lost my memory, why my memory is so bad, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into the story. So this story happened literally the day so I'm in high school. This incident happened the day we came back from winter break, so maybe like the first or second week in January, and it happened during track at my high school, track practice. You guys know I was really heavy in track, and obviously it's January, so it was indoor season, and indoor season's a lot smaller, so a lot more intimate. Now, a lot of the details that I'm going to be telling in this story are from word of mouth. Like, a lot of people told me that this is what happened, because I don't remember it. When initially it happened, I didn't remember the day. I didn't remember the time around it. I didn't remember last month, last year, nothing. As time has progressed, I have been able to piece and remember like bits and pieces of that day. Still, I don't really have memory of that day as a whole. But I do know, word of mouth, over time, bits and pieces have come back to me. So yeah, we're going to get into the story. So this was after school, track practice, and it's super cold outside because, like I said, it was the first week back from winter break, and it's cold outside. So I remember, now this is something that I remember why we had to go to the shed. So off the side of our track was like a little shed that we would keep like our practice clothes. We would change there. It was old shed, but I don't even think the shed is up anymore, but it was like an old shed, and it had like thin like wool type material as like the carpet. I don't even want to call it a carpet in there. I'm going to say it's like a wool thin material that was literally paper thin, and underneath it was concrete. So it wasn't really a lot of padding on the ground. So I remember my coach, like I said, indoor is a very intimate setting. A lot of people don't do indoor, and then if you do, I don't know. It's just how my track team was. Like a group of us did indoor, and like we're in like the same group, so it was a little bit cliquey. It was a little bit like, it wasn't a big group of us having to be at this practice. So I remember my coach telling us to go to the shed to turn on the faucet so that it wouldn't freeze like overnight. So you know how like when it's super cold, you might keep your faucet running so that the water doesn't freeze. So that is why we were out in the shed. It was like me, maybe like 2 other girls, and like 3 guys. Just going and turning on the faucets, maybe cleaning up out there. Maybe we're doing like a cleaning. Like I said, guys, I'm not exactly sure on the details surrounding the day. So I'm out there, and we're horse playing. Guys and girls were horse playing, and I remember who this incident was with. Obviously, I'm not going to say any names, but we were horse playing, and he picked me up somehow lost control of me, and I ended up falling completely on that little thing that I said was covered in wool, but underneath it was concrete. I fell. Now that is where my memory, well, he drops me. He loses control and drops me. I'm not even going to say that's where my memory goes out at, because really I don't even remember how we were horse playing and why I was up in the air. But it for sure goes out once my head hits the ground. That is where my memory is done. So apparently, as soon as I hit the ground, I immediately, almost like without a reaction, without laying there too long. Now, these details are word of mouth. These are things that I'm being told. So without even thinking too much about it, I hop back up immediately. And I'm like, I guess I'm like delirious and like I'm in and out of it. And I'm like, trying to get back into the game. But my friends, I had a close friend at the time. Her name was also Destiny. I think that she could tell that something was off. I wasn't myself. I hopped back up probably because like I'm not about to go down sad. But she could tell that something was off. So she takes me back to my coach's room, and apparently, like, I kept repeating the same sentence. Like, I kept saying, what happened? Like, what happened? I don't know why I was saying this. I think, like, I was feeling weird or something, but I kept saying, what happened? So apparently she would tell me what happened. I'm like, okay. 2 minutes later, I would ask her again, what happened? So she's freaking out. Like, she's freaking out. Imagine, like, your friend, like, you're sitting there, okay, this happened. You're telling her, and then 2 minutes later, okay, like, it's like she didn't tell me, and I'm, like, asking the same thing all over again. So at this point, they're freaking out. Like, they're freaking out. I would be, too. They're freaking out. So somehow, like I said, y'all, I don't have a lot of memory these days. Somehow my dad shoots up to the school, word of mouth. Apparently I was able to, like I said, my brain was probably functioning. I just don't remember. I don't remember. I was able to give my friend my dad's phone number, and he like rushed up to the school and took me to the hospital. So I don't remember falling. I don't remember being rushed back to my coach's office. I don't remember going to the hospital. We get to the hospital, and apparently I'm out. Like, I'm out cold in the hospital. They cannot get me awake. When they do wake me up, I still have no memory. And now I'm panicking, because my first thing, y'all, when I woke up was, like I said, this incident happened the week we came back. So it was like the first week or two in January. It was the first week or two in January. And the first thing that I said, or the first thing that I felt when I woke up, is that I had been in a coma through Christmas. Because I did not remember. I couldn't even remember celebrating Christmas 2 weeks prior. I had no memory, no recollection, y'all. It gets worse. I didn't recognize or remember who anyone was. I didn't know who my siblings were. I didn't know who anyone was except my father. That was like the only person that I recognized or knew who they were. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know where I was at, what time it was, what happened, what my name was. I didn't know anything. And so they're freaking out. They're monitoring me, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, because, you don't want to not have your memory. Like, what? You don't want to not have your memory. So they're like, yeah, my brain was severely, like, I guess, swollen. And they didn't really want me to go to sleep, which is terrible, because really, I guess I was just sleepy, because I'm, like, drowsy and in and out. And yeah. To this day, people comment on, like, your memory is terrible, you don't remember things. And I feel like that is why, because I was dropped on concrete, and my memory has been jacked from it ever since. So I go home from the hospital. Obviously, they're like monitoring me severely for the next 24 hours, scared for me to go to sleep. Because, like the most crucial time after something like that is like the next 24 hours. And then especially the next time you go to sleep. Like, my dad was like on me every time I would go to sleep, like on me, like, hello, are you awake? And then the guy that did it just felt so terrible, because obviously, I'm running out of track. Like, I can't go to school. I'm just like, y'all, it was bad. It was bad. And to this day, I still have lingering headaches from it. I still, like, my memory is just not what it used to be. Like, I can't remember nothing. I still can't remember that day. I can remember a little bit of the facts, obviously, around it now, but yeah, that is how I lost my memory. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, guys. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment on things you guys want to see, video ideas, anything. I'm open to anything. We're really gonna grow, guys. I really want to grow this channel, taking in a lot of different directions. Every time I post and as time goes on, I get more and more comfortable. I think of different ideas. I want to go different routes. I want to do different things just because I get more comfortable. So leave me ideas on things you guys want to see, or on ways that I can improve my channel. Even if it's not video ideas, leave me a comment on ways that I can improve my channel, to keep you guys tuned in, because I really want to do things that you guys want to see. And really, I wouldn't mind posting daily, especially as I get into vlogging. I wouldn't mind posting daily. So give me a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to this channel, guys, and stay tuned for my next video.